The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You got the phone, make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They don't tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They only tell us the number you put in your mortgage calculator to find out what your monthly principal and interest payment will be. If you don't have a mortgage calculator, shame on you. But we give it away for free. rsrlinks.com/mobile app. rsrlinks.com/mobile app. What did rates do yesterday? Clean sweep. Every one of them was up. Conventional, 30-year fixed, 6.83. Jumbo, 30-year fixed, 7.002. FHA, 30-year fixed, 6.536. VA, 30-year fixed, 6.374. And the USDA loan, rural areas, generally no down payment, 6.476. If you want our thoughts about the market each and every business day morning, as early as the data allows, rsrlinks.com/market minute. All of that information so far you can get on the super secret website, google.com. Let's talk about the information that you can't get necessarily. Well, first, let's talk about 10-year Treasury is down 3 basis points. The bond is up 14. Mortgage bonds up means interest rates are down, not a whole lot. But what's driving all of this, and what's the media lying to you about this time? If you watch it, I'm going to tell you in just a second. And again, more often than not, just stay away from it. There have been a lot of negative headlines surrounding the housing market, especially from Redfin, talking about an increase in cancellations of pending contracts and concessions. Are they headlines troublesome or just clickbait for eyeballs? You know it's clickbait. Redfin reported that 13% of pending home sales fell through in March. Okay, sounds like a big number, right? But what about the other months? Well, during COVID, it was always around 11%. Identical level at 13% in 2024, higher in 2023. So it's not exactly alarming. It is in line with where cancellations have been the last few years since rates have moved higher. No big deal there, but you won't see that in the media. And I'm sure that if you're listening to Diana Olick, as some people still do, I don't know why they do. I've been saying this for almost 12 years. The next time she gets something right about housing, it will also be the first time she gets something right about housing. It's also reported that 44% of home sellers gave concessions to buyers. Okay, that's risen over the last year. It is even higher in 2023 and at similar levels pre-COVID. Clearly, higher rates are hurting affordability and causing more concessions. But again, this is not an unprecedented levels. One thing that would definitely help the housing market is lower rates. Now,
surprise, surprise, surprise.
Does that surprise anybody? Well, you know that we've talked about this many times. Concessions are a way of getting lower rates. rsrlinks.com/buydown. rsrlinks.com/buydown. I'll show you how to take care of that. One thing, again, lower rates. Some think it's going to take a miracle. Maybe if we can get Trump to shut up, it might help. And I'm a Trump supporter, but I don't think the right way to negotiate is telling somebody they're an idiot to start with. Probably not the best idea. Goods always need to be transported and sold, so the trucking and shipment figures can give a good read on economic activity. Truck bookings in March, which was ahead of the tariffs, were down 6% for large-scale trucks, 33% for medium-sized trucks. Additionally, cancellations were at their highest level in almost 2 years. Shows that the economy was already beginning to slow down before the tariff impact, which will exacerbate these numbers. Latest shipping figures for April show that blank sailings, where there are canceled port stops, that means they didn't put the container on the ship. The amount of ports canceled went from 30,000 6 weeks ago to 370,000. Capacity was also cut. Asia to the West Coast is down 12% versus 6 weeks ago. Additionally, auto sales were down 3% in the first quarter, even with pull-through ordering ahead of the tariffs. Housing starts, which are important because of housing activity, makes up 15 to 18% of GDP. That fell 11%. And due to the decline in the stock market and negative wealth effect, more affluent buyers are canceling their purchases of expensive homes. And you got to wonder why, because they know that as we head into a recession, which about 30% of the economists and banks say we're going there, real estate values increase and mortgage rates decrease historically in recessions. We know all those things. We can look back and see them. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990.